under the law, our CHED is our admin and budget support or attachment. No? There is an attachment for budgetary purposes, but the design in the law is that we're supposed to be a separate agency solely for the legal education sector. Yun po, kaya po medyo may konting issue dun sa paglalag sa amin as a sub-program kasi nagkakaroon po ng misappreciation, nagmumukha kami programa ng CHED, pero sa katotohanan at yung sa structure ng batas mismo, hindi po dapat kami sa program. Although we're working with the DBM already regarding this, para po sana magkaroon ng sariling bahay yung programa ng Legal Education Board at hindi siya mag-appear na mukhang regulatory ang kaisa-isang trabaho ng LED. Hindi po regulatory lang ang ginagawa ng CHED, marami pong developmental program.
Legal Education Board is a regulator.
Yes po.
No, ng mga law schools.
Yes, yes. Sir.
And to assure quality and up to standards ang ating mga law school.
Yes.
So yun ang pinaka-ingest, no? Yun ang mandate ng legal education.
Yes, yan.
Yes po. I think personally, I think it should be a body maybe attached to CHED but separate in terms of budgetary approach.
I think yun po talaga supposedly ang design under Republic Act 7662, that there is attachment with CHED so that we can closely coordinate with some of our projects or activities. Though yung sa legal education sector po kasi we're very much aligned with how the Supreme Court moves. So mas ang leaning po kasi is towards the areas of the judiciary. Kaya talaga nagkaroon ng hiwalayan in terms of the functioning and the mandates, no? But since both are educational sectors, talaga pong nagkakaroon kami ng attachment.
Okay. We'll support your call to create a separate implementing unit so that you will have your separate budget. Maybe again attached to CHED. We'll support that. It's only DBM that can actually implement that. No? So kami will just approve. Nag-approve lang kami ng budget kung ano sinasabit ng executive dito. So we'll support that.
Thank you.
And then, but in the meantime, I heard that you have also a wish list. Kasama na yata ito dito sa wish list ng CHED. At submit to us a letter detailing those wish list as submitted by CHED. No?
Actually, hindi po nakasama sa CHED. Isa lang po ng item yung naisama sa CHED wish list. Pero ano po?
Baka marami kasing wish list kaya hindi sinama. Sige po. I'm sure minamanage kasi ni Chairperson Shirley yung kanyang wish list.
Naiintindihan naman po na sa nanggagaling ng CHED kasi nga prioritization doon ng mga iba-ibang programs.
Nakuha naman na namin. So we'll try to accommodate as much as we can. If you notice, dami kasing mga requesting for augmentation, amendment, insertion, maraming ng terminologies, no? But we'll try to see what we can do to accommodate your request. Lahat naman ng mga wish list and request ng agency importante, no?
Thank you.
And pinifilter and ini-scrutinize pa namin further whether it's in line with their mandate or not, no?
Thank you.
So,
Thank you
sige po. But mahalaga yung inyong office because you regulate law schools, no? And that's a very important responsibility.
Chair.
Salamat po.
Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
ayoko lang na-brandan na kuripot porque Ilocana ako. Yung request ng LED ay isinama namin sa wishlist check ka namin. Pero yung mga iba, maybe they realize when they recalibrated the new additional strategic agenda. So we support for that, Sen. And with regards sa sulat nila, na sinabi nila na gusto nilang maihiwalay so that they will not be treated as program. I favorably endorse their letter to DBM, and we just received the letter of DBM now, citing us illegal basis why they need to stay at CHED. So we can provide you.
Yeah.
But anyway po, yung lahat, sa scholarship naman, kasama sila sa husay. We do recognize the importance of the functions of the legal education part.
Ma'am Shirley, Chairperson Shirley, sinabit yung wishlist kasama na ang pleb doon. Kasama na?
Ang
Okay,
sinabi
maybe
nila,
can you harmonize kasi CHED being the
kaya
mother agency, pa-harmonize na lang so that hindi naman, I don't want to encroach on the authority of CHED kasi being the mother agency, para i-harmonize lang kung ano yung priority, priority request.
Sige po, we'll coordinate po with the chair. Sure.
Before I ask
you.
my questions, Chair Shirley, si Senator Bongo send a list of questions. I'll furnish you. I'll give you a copy. And then can you just write him your answers? No. So I just want to put on record that Senator Go sent us a request to give you this list of his questions.
Yes.
And then you can submit to the committee and submit to him directly na rin, no? Para masagot na rin. Isa pala.
noted on that, Your Honor.
All right, so I'll have some follow-up questions on the questions of Senator Bam. So I'll proceed with some clarificatory questions. Ito na buksan na rin ni Senator Bam kanina. And this is on the issue of utilization. And nabuksan niyo na rin to, Chair Shirley, but importante mapag-usapan to. We're looking at your utilization and over the years, pababa ng pababa yung utilization ninyo. Slide 11. No? So this is just to put on, just to be on the same page. No? It's obligation over allotment. So pababa siya ng pababa. And because pababa siya ng pababa, ang for 2024, an unobligated allotment is about 20 billion. No? We'll flash that on the screen. And undisbursed allotment is about 24 billion. Slide 12. Yan. So 2024 is it's about 20 billion. Just to take note, your budget is about 33 billion. And undisbursed allotments about 24. I'm sure ito before you pa ito Chair Shirley. No? So bago pa kayo naging chairperson ng CHED. But I just want to give you the trend over the last 6 years. But what's also concerning is the unobligated amounts. Nag-iipon-ipon siya over the years, no? So on slide 13, on 2019 merong unobligated amount na 2 billion from 2018, 2.7 billion na expire siya, no? So 2020 may 1.9 na expire siya, kaya pag inipon mo 4.6 billion ang na-expire in 2020. And then 2021 6.5 billion by 2024 kasi nag-iipon-ipon yan no? 9.25 billion ang na-expire. The right word is na-expire because hindi siya na-allot. So there's an issue in terms of utilization in CHED, no? And I want to hear from the chairperson what is her reform, what are the reforms that she is doing in order to improve utilization, because we're talking about budget, we're talking about appropriations. So it's important that the agency utilizes as much as possible all the appropriations given to the agency, or else nakikita natin nagsasayang yung mga pondo. No, so may I hear from the chairpersons again. This is prior to you. This is prior to the new commissioners. But dapat importante pag-usapan to because every time you come here to ask for your budget, lalabas to. No? So my first question is, what reforms are you doing in order to address utilization?
Yeah, thank you very much for those data, Your Honor. And we will take that as additional input in further recalibrating our Achieve agenda. But if you notice in slide 11, can we check the slide 11 that represent the V and E? Now, we already indicated and we claim as part of our 100 days accomplishment. First and foremost, in letter V, in our Achieve agenda, part of our priority program is to vitalize policies, internal systems, and governance. So first that we revisit is the CHED manual operations. The current status now of CHED governance and system is that all programs are cascaded to the regional offices, scholarship, monitoring, and so on and so forth. So in order for us to harmonize our systems, the protocols, and policies with a strict timeline, we already launched the regional offices manual of operations. Sa effective and efficient public service namin, we already have the ITGON. We also have the data analytics training for CHED. Na to date, it is so unfortunate na wala kaming central data system. And which with it is that people are knowledgeable or empowered to some data analytics. That's why, in letter I, the integrated data gathering system sa aming Achieve agenda, we give premium. Letter I po, we give premium in establishing our command center at CHED. For all the programs and operations of the 17 regional offices are monitored real time, and we are working closely with the ICT. And then plus all the programs that we are monitoring across the different state university and colleges and looks will be uploaded in our system as part of our dashboard that we will be creating per program.
Actually, pag binake down natin to, Chair Shirley, about 97% of the unobligated comes from the UACTE programs, no? TES and TDP in particular. Actually, yung CHED proper, hindi problema, no? Ang problema talaga ay yung TDP and yung TES, no? These are UNIFAS programs, no? So, how do we, pinag-usapan natin to partly, no? But how do you improve the utilization of TES and TDP programs, no? Especially the ones you requested in the NEP. Yung congressional, yung SICA, congressional initiatives, yung pwede pa natin sabihin na hindi nyo naman request yun, no? Dagdag yun. Pero yung inyong request, that should be utilized to the fullest, especially mga mga grants, mga scholarship. So instant to, pag binigay mo kaagad reflective of your utilization. So what reforms are you doing to improve those programs?
Yes, Your Honor. We do acknowledge na in the major variable in the equation of the full utilization of funding is the UACTE. And we already traced the problem onto it. That's why we already met with the DSWD. The main problem is the validation. Because UNIFAS then work on the universe of the data of the listahanan. When Secretary Rex Gatchalian mentioned that every year they provide the list from DS qualifiers from the listahanan. So that is something as part of our policy now. We will no longer work on the universe or the DSW data.